And the scenario building ensures that the kind of action cities have in place are resilient against external factors, and those factors can be different. They can be political, economic, socio-cultural, also technologic, and in addition, analysis for the kind of impact those factors have on CO2 reduction targets and strategies are extremely important in this case.
Well, it's a really useful exercise actually. It's quite a new exercise, I think, for a number of cities. Certainly in Glasgow it was something that had not been done before, and it really helps to test the energy strategies that cities have, in particular in sort of consideration of changing circumstances in a city. So thinking about maybe external factors that might change over time, and especially ones that are unpredictable and where cities maybe aren't planning for such changes.
The main results showed that all of the cities have policies in place for CO2 reductions itself, but then once we go further into detail what kind of measures are used to achieve those reductions, the policies become more city-specific and they're not common across all the cities.
Using the work that we did in Glasgow through Step Up, and also the sort of looking at the nationwide scenarios that National Grid have, we were able to sort of consider what that might mean for the city and really feed that into the SEAP.
Altogether, 10 different scenarios were analysed across all the cities, and we wanted to identify the kind of scenarios that were really challenging in terms of CO2 reduction achievement, and the kind of scenarios that might have less impact on that. This exercise is really relevant and really important in order to prepare for those kind of events or those kind of impacts that those external factors could have, and actually avoid them.
So for this exercise, we mostly engaged with both stakeholders from within the Step Up project and also other external stakeholders from other departments of Glasgow City Council and from some other organisations as well. So I think it was really useful for us to be able to bring in different perspectives, to collaborate, share ideas.
Workshops were held together with stakeholders where they discussed possible futures, possible developments, and they defined a set of criteria that needs to be taken account when talking about CO2 reductions.
We first held some meetings with particular key stakeholders to refine the scenarios we were looking at, and also justify our choice of scenario to make sure we were looking at the right kind of thing. And then we ran some workshops where we considered the scenarios in more detail.
When talking to stakeholders, it's really important to establish these connections with them and to keep them involved, and also to explain to them why it is important for them to be involved.
We mostly focused on the qualitative side of things, which was very useful, but I think with more time and the right expertise, we would maybe look at the numbers more and try and understand that impact. It helps you to think outside of the box, to think a bit differently, to challenge your normal sort of perceptions about what might happen in your city, and that's certainly a useful exercise.